The illustrious Ballon d'Or, an award synonymous with being the best footballer in the world, the pinnacle for individual greatness in this sport. Famously, Messi has won it the most times with an unprecedented 6 Ballon d'Ors, and Ronaldo is not too far behind with 5. But the Ballon d'Or is also no stranger to controversy. There have been so many all-time great players who have never won the award. And then there is the even bigger debate to why the award so heavily favors attacking players when defense is half of the game. So logistically, shouldn't half of the Ballon d'Ors be going to defensive players? I thought, let's go ahead and figure this out the most scientific way. Let's let FIFA 21 decide. And if you are excited to see the all-time Ballon d'Or winners versus the all-time Ballon d'Or snubs battle it out, you go ahead, take your hard direct nipple, smush on the like button right now, subscribe if you are new. And as you know, in these videos, I have to do a forfeit if the underdog goes ahead and wins. So if the Ballon d'Or snubs can either win the career mode challenge or the live action portion, then I will have to go ahead and eat these month-old jalapenos covered with GFUEL, because I'm a gamer, bro. Use code BMOnus at checkout. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start it off with the Ballon d'Or winners. And of course, we got to put them on Barcelona because they are the team historically who has won the most Ballon d'Ors. For those who are curious, Barcelona players have won a total of 12 Ballon d'Ors. And pop quiz, which team is in second place for total Ballon d'Ors won? Give you a second, give you a minute, no cheating. All right, yes, it is indeed their biggest rival, Real Madrid, who are coming in with one less at 11 total. And of course, you got to start off with the man who's won the most Ballon d'Ors of all time, and that of course is Lionel Messi. He has 6 Ballon d'Ors. Some might argue he deserves 7 because of Luka Modric here, but what's done is done. And as I mentioned before, in second place is Ronaldo, who has 5. I know the Ronaldo fanboys are a little bitter about that one. For all the modern day players like Messi and Ronaldo, I've gone back and I changed their stats to when they were the highest rated in FIFA. And then leading the line, you got Fat Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, however you want to say it. He's won 2 Ballon d'Ors over his career, and honestly, if it wasn't for injuries, he probably should have won a lot more. But if we were to go off just purely on who has won the most Ballon d'Ors from the striker position, it would be this man, Marco van Basten, during his time over at AC Milan, won 3 Ballon d'Ors. An absolute beast, but in FIFA, Ronaldo is higher rated, so we're just playing with whoever's higher rated. Currently, no one has ever won 4 Ballon d'Ors, or just 4 Ballon d'Ors, I guess. Although there are multiple players who have won 3. Johan Cruyff is another one. Probably the greatest combo of mind and skill in a player in all of history. Just truly one of the GOATs of the games in multiple ways. And then in the midfield, you got the headbutt himself, Zizou, Zinedine Zidane, coming in at 96 overall. He only has 1 Ballon d'Or, but you know, a beast. Ruud Gullit, also a monster, but he's only won 1 as well. Now the back line is always going to be tough because, as I mentioned before, Ballon d'Ors tend to not really favor defending players. In fact, the only 2 true center backs that I could find for the squad was Cannavaro, who won the Ballon d'Or the year that Italy won the World Cup. And then you have Franz Beckenbauer, who was before my time, but apparently was just a monster. And over a 4-year stretch, he won 2 Ballon d'Ors and then came in second place twice. And then yes, Matthias has never played at right back, but I do feel like he has the stats to do very well. He's got 90 defending, he's got 89 pace, and he's just great all around. And while I was tempted to just go 3 in the back, I was like, you know what? They're the Ballon d'Or team. They got enough offensive firepower. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's play Nedved at left back. I was very, very tempted to put Ronaldinho at left back, but Nedved just had, you know, 60 defending versus 35 defending. You know. And then, of course, in between the sticks is Lev Yashin, who is the only goalkeeper ever to win the Ballon d'Or award. And then on the bench, you just have icon after icon. Of course, Van Basten, Ronaldinho, we already mentioned, Eusebio, the Black Panthers won 1, George Best has 1, Kaká has 1, Luis Figo has won 1, Baggio's won 1, Stoichkos won 1. He's been nominated multiple times. Rivaldo won it very famously the year. There was a pretty good debate to be said. Should he have won it or should have Beckham won it that year? But ultimately, he was the one who came out on top. Michael Owen won what I can only assume was the most boring Ballon d'Or ever. And of course, the controversial pick a couple years ago with Luka Modric. Let's revisit that right now in the comment section. Why not? I still believe it's not the most controversial awarding of a Ballon d'Or ever. And just to fill out depth, I've left a couple of players here from the default Barcelona squad. And Kasper Schmeichel, just because they need a backup keeper, and there's been no other keepers who have won the Ballon d'Or. With the all-time Ballon d'Or squad coming out to an attack of 93, a mid of 94, and a notable, relatively low defense of only 87. But how does it compare to the all Ballon d'Or snub squad? And let's start it off with a new face, 94 rated Puskás. Hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I am American. But Mr. Puskás literally has the best goal of the year awarded in his name. And he had a tremendous career at Real Madrid and for Hungary. So it's kind of mind-boggling that he never managed to win the Ballon d'Or. The closest he ever got was run-up in 1960. And the guy who ended up winning it in 1960 was a Barcelona player named Luis Suarez. I am not kidding you. Look this up. And then his strike partner on this team is going to be the Frenchman Thierry Henry. Of course, Arsenal great, Barcelona great, and it is quite frankly going to be very difficult to tell my grandkids that Thierry Henry never won a Ballon d'Or, but Michael Owen has. Then at the cam position, we have the enigmatic, the mercurial, the hot and spicy tempered, high-collared Eric Cantona. Of course, an historic great for Manchester United. The closest he ever got to winning a Ballon d'Or was unfortunately third place behind Dennis Bergkamp and Roberto Baggio. Then alongside him in the midfield, you got the old Barcelona pairing of Andres Iniesta and Xavi. Xavi, of course, a new addition this year, coming in at 93 overall, which makes me wonder, like, what is Iniesta going to be when he gets an icon card? And he's going to get an icon card. And both of them, inarguable, that they are some of the greatest, if not the greatest midfielders of all time. It's just unfortunately that they lived in the era of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. And then at the deep line playmaker position CDM role, we're going to have Pirlo. Then for the back line, I did this pop quiz the last time I did it, but it's still fun. Let's see which one you guys remember. Of these back four, Roberto Carlos, Paolo Maldini, Frank Rijkaard, and Baresi, who do you think finished the highest in Ballon d'Or voting out of these four? Did you guess left back Roberto Carlos, who finished in second place? Yes, in 2002, Roberto Carlos finished in second place behind Brazilian Ronaldo and actually ahead of the likes of Michael Ballack and Zinedine Zidane. But what's quite shocking is that many consider Paolo Maldini as the greatest defender of all time. The man won 7 Serie A titles and 5 European trophies, and the highest he ever placed in Ballon d'Or voting was in 1994 when he finished third. So all I'm saying is, you know, there's a little bit of an issue when the greatest defender of all time can't get higher than third in Ballon d'Or voting. Just saying. Pairing alongside him is going to be Rijkaard, who technically is a CM here, but can play in the center back position. Rijkaard was another victim of apparently being born at the wrong time. It was actually 2 of his Dutch teammates that won at the years where he was truly great, being outshined by the likes of Ruud Gullit and of course Marco van Basten, who would go on to win it 3 times. And then at right back, I moved him slightly out of position, but you got Baresi, who was just a cornerstone of those great AC Milan teams in Italy, and he's a little bit shorter in stature, so I thought, you know, move him out to the right side. And then in between the sticks, you got Gigi Buffon, who obviously is one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. The highest he ever got was second place in Ballon d'Or voting. He came in runner-up the year that Cannavaro won it. Now Maradona is kind of a special case on this team because technically he was awarded a honorary Ballon d'Or during the era in which he was playing in Europe. The Ballon d'Or would only be awarded to players who were born in Europe and playing in Europe. They would absolve this rule in the 1990s, and then it wasn't until 2010 when it was combined with the Best Player in the World award and was transformed into the Ballon d'Or that we know today. Or hell, Pirlo's not that great. Let's go ahead, let's move Xavi into the CDM position and just go all offense. They got the greatest defender of all time behind them. They're fine. And speaking of new icons, David Beckham, the newest icon added into the game, came in runner-up the year Rivaldo won it. Dennis Bergkamp, nominated multiple times but never won it. Kenny Dalglish, there was a really big argument a year that he won the title with Liverpool as well as the European Cup, that he should have been awarded a Ballon d'Or. Bobby Moore, the last guy to bring it home all the way in 66? He came in second place runner-up in 1970. And then the guy on the thumbnail, I mean, is there really any debate? If the Ballon d'Or was awarded in 2020, what a shit year. It probably, or it should have gone to Robert Lewandowski. He was unplayable last season. Then, of course, you have Real Madrid legend Raul. He came in second place the year that Michael Owen won it. And the backup keeper is going to be Manuel Neuer, who came in third place in 2014. Guess who he came behind in 2014? Did you guess Messi and Ronaldo? Yeah, you're right. And you got Gary Lineker, who came in second place. Virgil van Dijk came in second place. The last time they actually awarded this award. Lippmann's come close. Frank Lampard had one really sensational year that, you know, put him in contention, but ended up coming second place because Ronaldinho was a man. Football hipsters love to say that Wesley Sneijder should have won the Ballon d'Or the year that he was just unplayable for both the Dutch national side and Inter. Through the totality of his career, would you say that Wesley Sneijder is one of the greatest players of all time? No. But for that one season, yeah, I think you'd be hard-pressed to say that he wasn't the best player in the world at that time, or at least in the conversation. And we have Raheem, who never finished top 3 in Ballon d'Or voting, but multiple lists that I've looked up for Ballon d'Or snubs of all time, he's on there. New icon Sucre's on here. He came up runner-up to Zinedine Zidane one of the years he won it. You got Deco, who's come in second place before. And then you have some leftover depth pieces in Marcelo and Carvajal. Although, I mean, like Marcelo, probably an all-time great at left back. With the all-time Ballon d'Or snub team coming in with an attack of 92, a mid of 93, and most notably, a defense of 91. So compared to the Ballon d'Or winner team, they're only 1 point lower in attack and mid, but have a 4-point overall advantage in their defense. So this should be very interesting to see how they actually compete. They're more evenly matched than I anticipated. And all right, now what we've done is we placed these two super teams into career mode, and we are going to sim to the end of the season to see which team finishes higher up. And as for me to remain neutral, I shall be simming as Atletico Madrid. So let's get that going. Start simming up to June 1st. And a reminder that if the Ballon d'Or snubs somehow finish higher in the table than the Ballon d'Or winners, then I have to go ahead and eat some jalapenos with some delicious GFUEL. Could that happen? Yeah, more than likely. Good defense, you never know. But I guess we'll find out at the end of the season. Take it away, Time Wizard.
Go, Time Wizard!
All right, boys, on June 1st, let's see how the players did at the end of the season. In an experiment of the greatest Ballon d'Or players and the greatest players to never win a Ballon d'Or, the top goal scorer in this competition is Alcacer of Villarreal, who scored 20 goals, ahead of Thierry Henry and freaking Ronaldinho. In actuality, I don't see that many legendary names on here. The likes of Yannick Carrasco and Oyarzabal finish higher than George Best and freaking Puskas. I am triggered. I am triggerose, if anything. Oh, what a troll. Triggeros came in top for assists, once again ahead of icons Thierry Henry and Ronaldinho. Zinedine Zidane. I don't even know who this Triggeros guy is, I'll be honest. But you're living up to your name in this experiment, bro. Oh, but finally, someone with the pedigree comes through. Lev Yashin showing how it's done. 18 clean sheets, domination. In fact, Gigi Buffon doesn't even come in the top 3. He's all the way down in 5th place with only 11 clean sheets. Honestly, I have no clue who has won this. So drum roll, please. In 4th place is Atletico Madrid. 3rd place is Sevilla. And remember that the Ballon d'Or winners are on Barcelona and the snubs are on Real Madrid. And 2nd place is Real Madrid. And oh, okay, never mind. I said it and then I instantly forgot it because I'm a moron. But yeah, this is chalk. Barcelona was the Ballon d'Or winners. They cruised to it, 95 points to Real Madrid's 81. Having the better defense didn't really help. Like, in fact, Barcelona had the better defensive record. They only allowed 27 goals to Real Madrid's 26. They lost 1 game the entire season, 1 game away from a immortal perfect season. Not much else to say. Chalk, predictable. But for those who are still rooting for the underdogs, and for me to hate myself for eating jalapenos with GFUEL, you still have the opportunity of the live action match. But first, before that, a quick word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN creates a virtual private network that is your own little secure tunnel to the internet, hidden from hackers, the government, and big tech, all looking to harvest your private data. And with COVID keeping everyone inside right now, you need online protection more than ever. And beyond security, ExpressVPN allows you to change your IP address to different countries, allowing you to access region block content. Well, I saw Rick and Morty was available on UK Netflix, and with ExpressVPN, I easily changed my region to the UK and got swifty. And for my UK viewers, I got a freaking pro tip for you right now. How would you like to watch the entirety of the Premier League for $5 a month only? Yes, for $5 a month, you can subscribe to the new Peacock service, but the only catch is it's only available in the US. But if you have ExpressVPN, switch your region to the US and voila. Every EPL game for $5 a month. You can't beat that deal. All the while being protected by the #1 ranked VPN by CNET, The Verge, Wired, Tech Radar, and more. Now, I personally use it every time I torrent or I have to plug in my credit card online. I see it as a condom. If you're not using protection now, you're eventually going to pay for it. And best of all, you can get 3 months for free. All you got to do is click the link down below. It's going to be at the top of the description box. Thank you to ExpressVPN again for sponsoring this video. Now back to the show. But alright, boys, we are back at it again. We got a live action portion of the match, 11 on 11 Ballon d'Or snubs versus Ballon d'Or winners. And look at the magnificent boys trying out onto the pitch. Messi and Paolo Maldini captaining their respective sides. I'm going to be playing for the Champions League final. Because why the hell not? Obviously, it's going to be CPU versus CPU. I'm not going to touch anything. It's going to be a pure sim. And for your entertainment, competitor mode is going to be on. So sit back and enjoy the show. And let me know as these two teams line up, who do you think is going to come through? I mean, it's pretty easily to go chalk with all the magnificent names who have won Ballon d'Ors through the years. But remember, they do have the weaker defense with Paul Nedved playing at left back. But they do have a hat and goal. So it's always an advantage. But on the other side is no slouch at all. We did see in a previous experiment, the midfield of Xavi and Iniesta, absolutely deadly. We got the man who the best goal of the year is named after, and of course, Paolo Maldini and a far superior defense. So it's gonna be an interesting matchup. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, snubs versus dubs. Let's get it go. So far, so good. They're pinging the ball around. Wait, a bit further. Cantona down the line. Oh my, this is what I said. Iniesta, that midfield, delightful. Barcelona and the Ballon d'Or winners haven't even touched the ball yet. Look at this. Back when Andres Iniesta had around 80 acceleration, can actually get past someone. And Eric Cantona laid that on a platter, taking it first time and rounding Lev Yach. There we go. The Ballon d'Or snubs. A little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Seeing what he can do here. He's holding up the play. Very patient. I think both sides have yet to... Oh my goodness! A deft little turn. Wrong side's right card. And it could have equalized right away if not for the 93 rated Gigi Buffon. Thierry Henry pressing forward. They do have numbers. 5-on-4. Maradona giving it to Cantona. Late up. No! Just a little bit too much for Puskas. And still holding possession here. Hullet. He's got Zidane. He's got space. Fires it in. What a counterattack. Wide open game. And yeah, moving on the inside. And then look at that. Lax defending. No one marking Zinedine Zidane as he strides to the top of the box and fires it through almost like a penalty shootout here. Expertly placed by the Frenchman. Ronaldo, we barely heard his name as he goes into the box. Tries to get it back for a right card. Reads the play. And dissolves the fermentation. I don't even know if that means anything. What am I even saying? Puskas now driving forward. I don't know what Cannavaro is. He's just driving all the way back. But Cantona gets through. What? Pace! What a freaking counterattack. Cantona, a freight train, just gets past his defender and then slams into the back of the net. Honestly, out of nowhere, the Ballon d'Or winners were controlling the match. It seemed like all the chances were coming through them, and then just one counterattack. Look at this running. Eric Cantona runs the channel, gets on the inside of his defender, and just too much strength. That is going to be halftime. It's been tense. It has been tense. Both sides are just so good at attacking and at holding the ball. And honestly, with just so many deadly players on the pitch, I have no clue who's going to win this. Messi going wide, looking for something. Gives it back to Johan. Ooh, Messi in space here. Also, Ronaldo in space. Oh my God. Pick of the litter. He had two runners, split the defender down the middle. And who was that? I think Johan Cruyff just finds Ronaldo running the channel. See, he had, oh yeah. Where were the defenders? Roberto Carlos getting dragged out of his fullback position. And then Maldini tried to split the two because Messi was running free on net too. Take your pick. And the fattest Ronaldo that ever was goes ahead and scores. Puskas getting a couple touches in here. Makes something happen. Cantona, the playmaker, gets it over to Thierry. Oh no! Lax defending. Fingers being pointed and an instant response. Thierry Henry just too agile. Turns on a dime and then slots it home. Excellent movement, running across the defender. Gets in front and then yeah, just that deft movement. Freezes Beckenbauer for a second. Crosses him over like he's LeBron James. And then puts him in the back of the old onion bag. The ex-Barca man, the ex-Arsenal man shows us that maybe he should have won a Ballon d'Or. Cruyff, surgical movements here. Looking for something, prodding, testing the defense. Ronaldo, Cruyff is in! He's clean on net! Buffon! What a hero! You can see that developing from a mile away. And now, leading the line. Okay, nothing else is happening. Zidane. Mark, not a lot of support to him. Now Nedved is coming inside to Cruyff. To Ronaldo. Oh my... Apparently that's just like all Ronaldo needs. He's got a freaking cannon for a leg. Ronaldo grabs his second. Now he's on a hat trick. And with that, they're going to reward that hat trick by summoning him off. Although, Marco van Basten, 3 Ballon d'Or wins. No slouch. Puskas, who I've shit on this whole match because he's done nothing. Leg it off. Cantona. Oh my God. He had Maradona in on space, but he decided to do a step over flip. But Maradona has it inside of the box. Can he get something going? Henry. Back to Henry. Ah, Beckenbauer reaches out, but still they have it. Cantona feeds it aside to Puskas. In the first minute of injury time. Limbs. Absolute limbs. The underdogs. The men who have always been looked over at the highest level have somehow defeated him. Gotten the monkey off of their back. And it was just heart and scrap. A bit of luck. A lapse in concentration. A deflection of a ball here and there, and the man that I've shit on the entirety of the match, Mr. Puskas, wrong side Lev Yach, should have done better. But the man who the greatest goal of the year is named after, Mr. Puskas, has won it for the snubs, which means I'm going to be eating some jalapenos with some GFUEL. But for every man out there, for everyone who's watching this who feels like you've been passed over for something you rightly deserved, this has to feel a little bit cathartic. I'm not speaking of personal experience, of course. I've never been passed over for anything. Game changer program, EA. And RIP to the GOAT, Maradona, on the winning side, and the greatest defender of all time. He's going to go ahead and raise it up for the Ballon d'Or snubs. Look at that. A little bit of vindication for the boys. This is a feel-good story, man. It's a feel-good story. But all right, a spoonful of jalapenos doused in delicious GFUEL. Num, num, yum, yum, yum. I'm gonna be so alert after this. Alert, and my butthole's gonna be on fire. To all the underdogs out there, this one's for you. Oh my god, I did not recommend. It's not spicy. Is it hot in here? Oh, fuck. Imagine you just had a mouthful of Sour Patch Kids that were Tabasco flavored. That's what I just did to myself. Use BMOnus and check out. Man, I hope you guys did enjoy. I'd like to give a special thank you to all my patrons, keeping the lights on, keeping this fat agent alive during the global pandemic. You want more content from me? I just did a career resim of the newest icon added into the game, and that of course is David Beckham. This is good long form content for you. If you want more other experiments from me, go ahead and click over here. Thanks, please. But that is gonna be it for me. BMOnus, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. You'll see yourself, stay safe, and until next time, boys, stay spicy.